Some people have no problem in starting a task. Finishing it is where they struggle. Some people do not struggle to begin tasks. They struggle to finish or close them, which is why the same items keep moving from one day to the next. Why does this happen? Let's look at the reasons one by one. First reason why this happens is perfectionism. The person wants the work to be done as perfect rather than delivering at 80%, which is more often than not good enough. So they keep working on the same piece and not end up delivering. Number two reason why this happens is deadline absence. The deadline for tasks are not defined. This is a dangerous one, as there is a law called Parkinson's law, which states that work expands to fill the time available for its completion. So not having a deadline implies it will expand infinitely. Most likely in such cases there is no deadline defined, whether it be internal stakeholders or external, which leads to tasks not getting completed. The number three reason why this happens is last mile resistance. People resist the final action to be taken to close the loop. It can be a final call to be set up within team members to officially close a project. It can be sending an email which does not have much content but is more like a sign off. It is difficult for people to take these actions and close the loop, even though how simple these tasks may sound. So the bigger question is, how do we understand if this is happening with us? Ask yourself certain questions to understand if you are having this problem. Are the same tasks getting carried forward from day after day? Is this happening in your to-do list? Is this happening in your notes app, wherever you are listing your tasks for the day? If this is happening, then most likely you are facing this issue. Are you starting more tasks than you are finishing? That's a good question to look at. Is your task list growing instead of shrinking over time? Last is, do you shift to new work before closing old work properly? If out of these four questions you are even saying yes to any two of them, then most likely you are facing this. So how do we overcome it? We can form a broad action framework around this. Firstly, define what is done in terms of what will be definition of completion of a task, and then start delivering or clearing up things. Even if this is a big one, this is an important one. Even if you are not 100% satisfied with the quality of delivery, 80% is good enough for most of the tasks. What you can do more is, for each item on the to-do list, maintain a final deadline. If there is no deadline imposed by internal stakeholders or external stakeholders, try to impose a self-imposed deadline in such cases, and try to wrap it up within the week which you have got the task, or else stretch on weekends to finish it to start getting ahead. If the stretch over weekends is happening too often, it implies you have taken too much. It's time to push something out. And why are we clearing these things within the week? Because if next week by any chance have something unexpected coming our way, then we do not want to get ourselves clogged up with the work of the previous week. One thing which you can also do is batch similar tasks together. If you see in your task list there are tasks of similar nature, for example like clearing emails, for example taking out printouts, for example printing invoices, look at your to-do list and understand which tasks are similar in nature and try to do them together. So for example, it can be taking printouts. So there can be a situation where you are taking printout of a presentation. There can be a situation where you are taking printout of a document, of an invoice, of a set of invoice. Then in those cases, batch all the similar tasks together so that you are taking printouts in one go. It can be writing emails, batching them all together. It can be working on Excel. If you have got your flow, if you have got your momentum going, start taking all the things to be done in Excel in one go as much as possible. You can also use a 2x2 matrix, which is an Eisenhower matrix, to prioritize tasks and move focus to especially the ones that are truly important to ensure you are not getting lost. So to close, I will say not finishing a task is often riskier than delivering something good enough.